So in 2018, the draft class went like this. Mike McCagnon traded 3 second-round picks to move up and take none other than Sam Darnold. Great pick, great move, all the stuff. Had to do what you had to do. It was a terrible move, by the way. You don't trade up and give up that much capital and not even know who you're getting. But that is what it is. He did it. He got Sam Darnold. The next pick was a defensive tackle. So you trade all that stuff up to get a quarterback, a potential franchise quarterback. And your next pick better be something to support that damn guy. Dr. DeWeese went on to say, I want us to be the model for other NFL teams to develop their systems by. We're not just trying to be good enough. We're not trying to keep up with the Joneses. What we are working on is something that our new staff seems to think the rest of the NFL will want to mimic and model their training programs after. Well, hello, all you people. What's happening? I was looking forward to this all day long. I got to admit it. I want to talk free agency, and I want to see what you guys are thinking we should do in response to the picks. So how are you guys? Before we get going, I want to bring in somebody very, very special. A special friend who, if anybody was watching earlier on Jets Media's channel, tried to make me look like a jerk, that bastard. Let's bring him on anyway. This is Jimmy. What's up, man? How you doing?
I tried to make you look like a jerk. Get out of here. What's up, guys? Look, yeah. It doesn't. The fact of the matter is like I hear what you're saying, but stronger competition doesn't improve the stats or the traits that I mentioned, man. It just doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't. Yeah, like it helps. It helps with like decision making, and it helps with getting used to the speed of the game. But your arm is still strong. You're still an accurate thrower. You're still a mobile quarterback. I'm just saying.
Is right. So you're correct on. So Jimmy and I were having a discussion via Jets Media's live stream today about. I was saying that Zach Wilson's competition, and it doesn't show us a lot of things. Like he looks good at, but when he faces stronger competition, those strengths may prove to be weaknesses. And what he said was that competition doesn't change your measurables, essentially. And I said, yes, it does, because it doesn't change the strength of your arm. Correct. It doesn't change how smart you are. Correct. All those things. But what it does do is an accurate passer throwing around with his son or with guys running around in shorts, when he gets into the game and has Sheldon Rankins and Quinnen Williams and Carl Lawson chasing him, might be a little less accurate than he was when no pass rush is my point.
Sure. I mean, that's the thing. But what I can point to, Mark Schlereth, who obviously Mark, who's former offensive lineman for the Broncos, he spoke about it. I forget the full-on conversation he was having, but they were talking about Zach Wilson as compared to like what Trevor Lawrence deals with at Clemson, or what Mac Jones deals with in the SEC, right? And Mark Schlereth was talking about how you can think that in the SEC or in the ACC with Clemson, like you're working with elite level pieces, like elite wide receivers, elite running backs coming out of the backfield. You're playing elite defenses, so the speed is there, which she understands, but your wide open is far less in the smaller conferences because you don't have those types of weapons running around. So like what you would consider what's considered wide open in the SEC isn't considered wide open.
That's fine. Look, I don't disagree with any of that. What I'm talking about is the actual quarterback. And look, Lewis is all over you. Louis Renzo, he agrees with you. What I'm trying to say is this: when someone's under pressure, an accurate quarterback with no pressure becomes an inaccurate quarterback. That's what makes or breaks all these quarterbacks. Tim Couch, Derek Carr, all these guys who've come out, or David Carr over the years, who were the number 1 overall pick. They come into the NFL and they're pressured and they shit their pants.
Sure.
Brady Quinn, it goes on and on and on. So anyway, that's all I'm saying. I'm not an anti-Zach Wilson guy. What I am is not I'm just not convinced.
Not sold.
Anybody who, we're going to look at Zach Wilson's pro day and watch all the salivating that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to just point everybody to Sam Darnold's pro day in the rain. It started raining and he looked lights out. And everybody said, this guy's absolutely going to be the number 1 pick. And here we are. So anyway, let's say hello to some people, shall we?
Let's do it.
Busted Knuckles is here again. Thank you, Busted Knuckles. Terry Monroe, K-Seth, J. Cole, as we said. Louis Renzo is here. Slave to the motherfucking metal is here. We know who that is. Nightbot seems to be popping in. I don't know how it did that. I didn't hook up Nightbot, but it's here nonetheless. Frank Marcopolos, New York Sports MC. I saw my buddy Matthias. Matt Simon is in here. Thank you, Matt. It's good to see you, my friend. Armin Mosen, Derek, Gary B., Aiden Murphy. Everybody's here. George Stafford. Yeah, man. Tom Post. Everybody's here. It's great to see you guys. We're going to have a good time. So what we're going to do tonight, if I missed anybody, don't take it personally. We'll get there. A couple things. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to try as a collective to use the actual picks, the actual signings, I should say, that we've made over this past week to affect our picks. Itmo Bob is here. Liberal Irishman. Okay, I'm done. So we're going to use our actual our signings to affect our picks tonight and see what we think Joe Douglas's mindset might be now that we know a little bit of what free agency is looking like, okay? In addition to that, I will say Jimmy and I do a pretty good job of getting to most of your comments. If you have something to say, we do a good job, and we try to count up your votes and everything. At the same time, if you feel like donating, supporting, or you really want to get a comment, make sure that it's seen. The super chat option is there for you. No pressure or anything like that, but it is there. So
also kind of a to piggyback off of that, for those, I just wanted to get this on the stream because for those, we're getting a ton of views, guys, after the fact, and that's great. We love having you here. One of the things that really helps out the channel, and I know that we're in an age where we all want it now. We don't want to wait for anything, right? But just go ahead and do the channel a favor. And if you end up watching this after the fact, if you get a little 10-15 second ad, let that ad play out, man. Help the channel out.
Oh yeah. You know how much I get, like 0.04 cents every time you let that happen. So if you all do that, eventually, I can buy myself some Snickers. So there you go. He's correct. We appreciate we appreciate it. So, dudes, are we ready in the chat to get this going? Now, Jimmy, if you wouldn't mind while I set this up and share my screen, go over who we've signed for the chat. Some of these guys might not have been watching and don't know who we've signed.
I actually just dropped a video yesterday with all of the free agent signings. So I will be able to have my notes.
Nice. That's fantastic.
I have GreenBean. I have contract numbers. I have draft picks that they originally came from. I got everything, brother.
For now, we're going to get into all that shit. Why don't you give us the name and the overall contract? How many years and what the larger number is?
So we got Jared Davis, or Jared Davis. I'm not sure how he pronounces it, so either one, if I butchered, I'm sorry. We got him for 1 year, $5.5 million, fully guaranteed. We have Corey Davis. I chose him. We got him for 3 years, $37.5 million, $27 million guaranteed. Carl Lawson comes in 3 years, $45 million, $30 million guaranteed. Next up, me and Ryan just did a video for my channel earlier today, right before his show. So shout out to Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 coming to help me with the video, like cramming it in there before he went live. Keelan Cole, 27 years old, 1 year, $5.5 million, also fully guaranteed. Next up, another signing that I like, Sheldon Rankins, defensive tackle, 2 years, $17 million. I don't have a word on the guarantee. I don't think Rankins is actually signed yet. So whatever you're seeing as far as cap space, I don't think it's going to be accurate. But he is getting 2 years, $17 million. LaMarcus Joyner, I love this move because he's going back to free safety. That's already been talked about. 1 year, $3 million, $2.5 million of that guaranteed. The contract actually could go up to $4.5 million with incentives, though. So that's great. That's great news. Tyler Kroft, I can give or take Tyler Kroft. He's a blocking tight end, so I like that. 1 year, $2 million with 1.5 guaranteed. Dan Feeney, very under the radar signing, and I know a lot of people are hating on Dan Feeney, but he's actually going to be a good rotational piece. 1 year, $3.5 million with $3 million guaranteed. Last but not least, definitely not least, probably my second favorite signing of this entire free agency, Justin Hardy, cornerback / special teams, 3 years, $6.75 million. But get this, GreenBean, only $1 million of that is guaranteed.
Who is that? $1 million guaranteed?
Justin Hardy.
Really?
Yeah.
Poor fella.
Hey, man. Did you see his press conference?
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
That guy's psyched up, isn't he?
He's got heart. I love it.
He's got heart.
I love that signing.
And that's the cool thing. Like, look, man, like when we talk about guys like Tyler Kroft, I mean, he's not the guy that we want to hear sign. He's just one of those guys. But this guy is a way above average blocking tight end. Like, they didn't want to play games with guys who are okay blocking. He wanted to get one of the best blocking tight ends that they could. They're going to get the pass catching tight end, but they wanted to ensure every single person for the offense that we brought in has a secondary skill set in blocking. And Tyler Kroft, it's his primary skill set. So it's like there's a theme here, man. They're bringing in men, guys who don't just do the one little thing that they're supposed to do, and they want to kick people's asses. Yep. I'm telling you, this is how I build a team. I want to smash people in the face. That's what I want to see. I want to outman everybody. That's my kind of football. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did that guy say from Good Morning Football? He said that somebody inside the Jets organization told him that the targets they're going after, they want people that eat, sleep, and crap football. And I think we got a bunch of them.
And that's what's so great. So anyway, I'm pretty happy. Like, we're all little, look, we would have all liked Thuney, all right, or Lindsley, of course. But the guys that we did bring in are not to be shit on, man. Like, this is a good free agency batch. So with that said, and we'll keep it on our minds, we're going to move right into the simulator. If the chat is ready, I imagine they are. We're going to pick a 7-round draft. We're going to go normal speed. We'll pick the New York Jets. Why not? And we'll move into the draft. Let's watch who they pick. Oh my God! Again, they picked Trevor Lawrence. Chat, they did. It's becoming boring on that end. So guys, we have one trade offer. It looks to be pretty stout. We got the Detroit Lions would like to give us pick number 7. And with that comes pick 41, next year's first from Detroit, and the one they got in the Stafford trade. So 2 firsts next year and a second this year. Guys, now all the Zach Wilson freaky deeks are going to be saying, no. But, but I'm going to tell you something right now. My vote is to take that trade and counter. Let's get an extra 6th, huh?
This might come as a shock to you, GreenBean, but I'm actually saying take that trade as well.
Oh,
but
are you?
I am, and at least PFN fixed that Miami Dolphins trade glitch that they had for a long time. You remember that one?
I do.
That was
trading
fun, up to 2 to take Jamar Chase. Get out of here.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. He wasn't going to be there. Right. So, guys, let's do this. Now, just give us the accept or decline. You can use the words yes or no or yay or nay. We'll understand. But let's get into this so we can see what it is that we're going to do. Let's have some fun. Let's see who slides if we do want to take it. Like I said, my vote is to take that trade. I'll counter. I'm going to try to get an extra 3rd or something out of it. Let's see what we can do. So I don't want another year with Go Hanger to say
yes, no, counter.
Yeah.
We'll always counter. James will always counter.
Yeah. E-Rock wants to counter. I see 3 no's. Derek voted twice. I need to like he doesn't know the rules. Bastard. Derek. Strickland said that's 4 no's. I'm seeing a whole bunch.
I see. I think yes takes it.
Yeah, I'm going to put up the banner, though. I'm going to say, you guys got to sign. Let me see something. Here it is. Vote once, please.
Armand has a very huge point. Now, that's not to say that we would actually select 4 players in the first round of next year, but a lot of that's going to be parlayed into like a trade up scenario or would be in a trade up scenario.
Yeah. So I know Lewis, man, you okay today, buddy? Let's talk to Lewis. He doesn't seem like he might be okay. He was hot earlier.
I feel like he's feeling left out, but Lewis, we love you, man. We love you.
Lewis, relax. Lewis Renzo.
You won't be at 2 again.
No, we won't. If you could. We see you. We already know how you feel. We know how you feel.
I'll tell you what, though. If you listen to Chris Sims, Mac Jones is going to be available, and he is going to be a solid quarterback. And Chris Sims, I mean, not for nothing, but he hasn't been wrong very much in the last half decade. So,
yeah. All right, I'm going to count these votes.
I think it's
yeah. I mean, it's the same. No, the no guys are voting 3 and 4 times. That's what I'm saying. Even Raymond, like these guys, you gotta take it easy. And here's the other thing: I get yelled at every week that I post these things. People, you would be blown away by the messages I get about how stupid I am. It's like, guys, it's a mock. It's us trying to see and learn perspectives from another side of view than the point of view that I carry around inside my brain all day. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to expand. We're trying to see what is possible.
Scenarios, man.
Scenarios.
We've done like the same draft for weeks.
Yeah.
Even I am a hardcore don't trade pick Zach Wilson at 2 guy, and I'm saying with that haul, I'd take that trade.
Right. All right. So without the same guys voting a bunch of times, no sweat, Lewis. We love you, buddy. We love you, man. So,
Derek, I think it would be awesome. Like, there's some programs that you could use. I don't think StreamYard has anything, but like if you do OBS, you can put out polls and stuff. But that's like,
yeah.
I know. You'd actually need like a
producer.
You'd need like a full-on producer to manage every show for something like that.
Yeah, and I'm just some old dude trying to have a good time with you guys. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna go ahead and counter this trade, and we'll see what we can do here. So let's try to get a third. Why not? All right.
Let's do it.
So here we go. It was declined. Imagine that. Let's try a 4th, right? Let's try to see if we can get pick 101 out of them. That'd be fun. There it goes. We got a 4th. See that? A free 4th. That was a slam dunk trade. Now here's where it gets interesting. Let's see who slides.
Now are the Lions trying to build around Stafford, or are the Lions trying to get a pipeline quarterback? I mean Goff, yeah, sorry.
Right. Let's see who they traded up for. This is where it gets interesting. Okay, so who do they got? Zach Will, your boy. Sewell, Jamar Chase, Kyle Pitts. Look at this. So we have Trey Lance, Mac Jones. If you still want a quarterback, we got all those guys. Or we have 2 trade offers, guys. We have the Patriots wanting us to go to 15. They'll give us 46 in next year's second. The Ravens want us to go all the way back to 27. They'll give us a second this year, 58. So a second, third, and fourth next year. What say you, chat? What do we got? What do we got? That's right. GreenBean is young, Mike. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
I don't like the New England trade, and I don't like the Baltimore trade. Because I think pick 7 is still premium, so that should be.
Oh, hell yeah, it is. I can't believe Kyle Pitts went already. Did you see that?
Well, I think Cincinnati got mad that Miami took.
Yeah. And well, look. So Penei Sewell was gone, and Jamar Chase was gone. So he's the next best player. He really is. Outside of the quarterbacks, I'm going to make an argument that Kyle Pitts is the best player in the draft. I think. I haven't decided yet, but I think.
Strickland, I agree with you 100%. Never trade with the Pats on principle. LOL.
That's
100%.
Unless you can take him for a ride like Joe Douglas did last year with the 3 picks. So, all right, guys. So, are we yay or nay on either one of the trades? Baltimore would be the one that interests me, but
I haven't seen a single yes. I think,
no, fuck the Pats. Okay. I want to make sure. Where'd he go? He's gone already. Did Lewis leave? Did Lewis Renzo? You still here, buddy? Did you make it through? The no. All right. So the no's have it. So then next is this. Now we have. Let's look at their big board. Their big board has Trey Lance up top. That might be an interesting pick. We just got 2 firsts, a second, a third, and a fourth, or a second and a fourth, and we still get Trey Lance. What do you guys think? We can get. What's that? What do you think?
Trey Lance scares me, man. Like,
scares me too. But he's the kind of guy where if you're going to keep Darnold, let him sit for an entire year and let Sam run out there, either decrease his value or increase his value with the idea of starting Lance next year.
Okay, in the spirit of doing a draft that's different from what we've been doing, I'll vote for Trey Lance. I think 17 games at the FCS level is just not enough to prepare you to be an NFL quarterback.
Imagine that.
But no, I'm not talking about strength of schedule. I'm talking about sample size. That's all. I honestly think that if Trey Lance goes back to North Dakota State for a year and plays one more season, he comes out in 2022 as the consensus number 1 pick. He has definitely got the talent. I just think he needs more of a sample size.
Yeah. So what do we got? I see a whole bunch of Lances, man. Then there's a Surtain. MC's got Surtain. Bob Kraut wants to jump right in there, go with his boy Mac Jones.
I like Mac Jones. I would say
where do they have Mac Jones?
Not here, but
they got him so low. It's not. Yeah, well, he moved up a lot. They have him at the back end, so you could probably get Mac Jones. If Mac Jones is your target, you can more than likely get him at 23. But if you don't want to play games with the quarterback position, you don't want to leave the first round. If you have the ideas of getting a quarterback, you don't want to leave the first round with one. Gettleman will tell you, yeah, sure, I might have been able to get Daniel Jones later, but I wanted him, and that's the guy I grabbed. So that's a logic too. I get it, Bob Kraut.
The real life thing, remember, these guys in real life, they don't have, like, they have their own, each team has their own draft board, and they have their own where they want to go and where they rank the players. It is not like what you see here. They don't have a big board list like us with a predictive algorithm going through it. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, shit. Dude, I picked Lance, and I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, guys. Well, hey, at least most of you were voting for Lance anyway. I wanted to deconstruct it more. I'm sorry. I didn't even mean it. It was just my finger clicked. I swear to God. I was going to go for the clipboard. I was going to go. Somebody was talking about the clipboard in there. I said, that's right. We noticed that last week, and I wanted to open the clipboard. My bad, guys. Well, it looks like we got a quarterback.
Here's a question for you and the chat. I got a question for you in the chat there, GreenBean. What do you think about, so we have Lance, okay? What do you think about kind of letting, we give Darnold his strike 4, right? And if it doesn't pan out, if we're still a sub 500 team, do you think that it's wise to let him walk?
Just let him walk.
Just let him walk.
No, I'd find some value for him. I would never let him walk. Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I wouldn't let him walk. That's me. I don't let any value walk.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, I don't know. I guess I don't really have an argument for letting him hit free agency, but I don't know. Doesn't matter what we paid for him to begin with. You know what I mean? It doesn't, at this point, it doesn't matter where we drafted him. It's all about what we can get for him now. So,
right. Well, look what the Bears just did with what the hell's his name? What the hell's his name? I can't believe I fucking spaced on his name. The quarterback. What's his name? I want to say Transic, but what the hell's wrong with me? Trubisky, right. So they did all that to get him, and then he's gone for nothing. So, like, I would definitely, if I can get a 5th-round pick, I take a 5th-round pick. You take something. You know what I mean?
Oh, so, Steven, I'm going to butcher the last name, Sitchell? Draft Adam Gase. I'm going to find a way to ban you.
Draft Adam Gase, right. All right, so look, we're at pick 23. Kwity Paye was just taken. Micah Parsons is gone. Vera Tucker's gone. Rashad Bateman, Najee Harris, they're all gone. So the Broncos want to offer us pick 40 and pick 71, plus next year's second for pick 23 and a fifth. We also have the Rams coming in, offering us pick 57 with 88 next year's second and 2/3. Interesting. But that's getting us out of the first. So we have pick 40. We gain a third and a second next year. And pick
Can we see corners?
Sure. Let's take a look at the cornerbacks. So what do you think our needs are, Jimmy? So we got a legit edge rusher, maybe not elite yet, maybe not elite. There's an argument, but he's legit. He's a legit pass rusher. So we took that maybe off the front burner. We also got arguably a number one wide receiver. There are people who say he's not. There are people who say he is. But any way you slice it, we did address the wide receiver room. We also got back that up with Keelan Cole. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we got a linebacker who has all the upside in the world, but he's had a rough couple of years under Matt Patricia. So what would you say our needs are in draft? What do you guys think? We already got the quarterback. So what is our pressing need here?
I think that the front seven that Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh are building, I think that's going to make our cornerbacks' jobs way easier.
Right.
Not saying that it's not a pressing need, because we do. But like Ryan said something earlier tonight where he said, after pick 34, if there's a corner, not a corner that I want, then I'm kind of off of him, you know what I mean? And I totally agree. I think Asante Samuel Jr. at 23 would probably be, even if it's a little bit of a reach.
Interesting.
Or I don't even know what guards are still there.
All of them.
All of them?
Yep, they're all there. Oh, no, Vera Tucker's gone.
Oh, I was going to say. Okay.
Yeah. So Wyatt Davis, Trey Smith, Deontay Brown, Ben Cleveland, Royce Newman, they're all still there. Tackle, another strength of this draft. We still have the elite Samuel Cosme. Again, as we've talked about numerous times, I'm not sure tackle is a position we need to address this early in the draft. So let's look. Well, Gary Peters, he put a lot of thought into this one, Jimmy, and he said, my established top five are O-line. It makes a lot of sense. I'm with it. Matt Simon says guard and cornerback. Big Green, corner or guard. Bob Kraut, cornerback, tackle, tight end. O-line from Jack the Man. E-Rock says guard.
I think I think my choice would be Wyatt Davis here, and then Asante Samuel Jr. at 34.
Okay. Jet Life's feeling frisky? Is that what he's trying to say? I don't know what he's trying to say there. Tevin Jenkins, right.
Is J.C. Horn? I thought J.C. Horn was gone. I didn't see him on the corner market.
Is he? Let me see. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Who got him? Let's see. Certain Horn.
Well, I agree with you, Jet Life. J.C. Horn, if he falls to 23, you take J.C. Horn. But only if Kwity Paye is gone. So Kwity Paye at 23 would be my number one choice. But if Kwity Paye is gone, then it's J.C. Horn if available.
So, look, J.C. Horn went to the Carolina Panthers at 8. He went early. This is the earliest I've seen him go, I think.
Wow.
I think this is the earliest we've seen him. So,
they still got Caleb Farley going early with the back surgery he just had? Or is having?
Let me see. Well, where is he? Where do they have him? Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone. He went to the Niners at pick 12. Wow. So, okay, so we have really the decision is between offensive line and cornerback right now. I know I'm a big, there's a couple of my tight end boys in here. I see you guys. I don't know where Freiermuth is going to go. I'm okay falling back to Brevin Jordan and Kenny Yeboah and Hunter Long, that group.
Right.
Because, Freiermuth, one of his major strengths is blocking. He's like an elite blocking tight end. We just got Tyler Kroft, so leaning more towards pass catching would be okay.
Right.
Freiermuth's a great pass catcher too, if not prolific. But All right, so I'll show you guys the big board and then put up your player. So we're going to go put up your player for guard or cornerback. That's where we are. Here's the big board. We got a linebacker up top. They got Cosme in there. Etienne, of course. I'm surprised we haven't heard more about him. Not that we're going to take him, of course, but
look at the big board numbers. We're at our 23rd pick, right? But still 16 up there, 24. Like a lot of these lower numbered players have gone early. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I think like Wyatt Davis and Freiermuth, they may make it to 34. What else did we get out of that trade? So let me just make sure
41
I got it.
Too.
41. Okay, that's the next pick. All right, so we got 34 and 41. All right, guys, what are we thinking? I'll say my vote would be for a guard, and I would probably go with Wyatt Davis right now. That's my guy.
That's what
we still have the trade backs. If you guys are feeling like, hey, I don't want to reach for anybody or anything like that, the trades, I'll remind you, we can go back to pick 40. We get an extra third in next year's second, or we can slide back to 57 for another third, for a third next year's second and 2/3.
See, the trade back
both
at this
of them
point,
require that we give up next year's fifth.
Right. I think the trade back is a good scenario when you aren't feeling the board. But right now at 23, we still have the opportunity for blue chip players at very big positions of need. So, like, for example, if you're in the 3rd round and you know that like a Patrick Jones is going to be down there in the 4th, or let's say we're at the pick 41 that we just got, right? And we're just not feeling anybody right there. Like Patrick Jones would be too much of a reach, or we're not just feeling it. That's when you can parlay that trade down. But at 23, where we still have several needs, like it's okay to reach a little bit for a player. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, sure. It's when you're reaching 2 rounds or 4 rounds, like we did with Hackenberg, or even Nathan Shepard was a 2-round reach.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Shepard. That's when it's, you're like, dude, what are you doing? People laugh at you. And who wants to be laughed at? Not me. I'm done.
I mean,
I want to be laughed with, Jimmy.
Okay. That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Hey, if it makes somebody's day better to laugh at me, go right ahead. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, see?
Here to make your day better, guys.
I made too many days. I made too many people's days better than over my life. I'm done.
Fair,
I want to make my day better.
Yeah, definitely. You've earned
George Saffer is asking. Yeah, thank you. George Saffer is asking if did any other info come out about Wyatt Davis's injury? He got injured in that championship game, and we never really heard. He came out and said he was fine. So it didn't seem to be anything too big. Any new info?
I'm looking right now.
Wyatt Davis
reassures Ohio State fans he will be fine following an injury in the national championship. I want to say, here's his tweet. I want to say thank you to Buckeye Nation for the support y'all gave us all season long. Without your support, we wouldn't have made it as far as we did. Thank you. For those concerned about my injury, I will be fine, and thank you for your concern. Following, what was it? Suffered a knee injury in the first half of the game. It looks like it's just a strain on MCL or an ACL or something.
I thought it was a tear, but it looked bad. So just to give you guys Wyatt Davis's analysis, it says he was a dominant lineman for Ohio State the past 2 seasons and showed continued development in his game. He's a zone blocking lineman, which is good for our outside zone game that they're going to more than likely be implementing. He's a zone blocking lineman with outstanding size and needs only to improve his finishing strength to complete his game. Pretty good. So where are we, Jimmy? What are the votes saying? Oh, interesting. Real quick.
Yeah,
Mutt Viles is doing a little side action here, and he got the same trade from the Lions, and he took the trade, and Pittsburgh took Mac Jones. Interesting.
Oh, now he's metagaming.
He's metagaming. That's what he's doing. All right. So John Wahidi is saying Tevin Jenkins all day, every day. So is Alam Boft. Alam Bafad.
I think it's I'm looking through here, guys. I see a few votes for Davis. Let's start it right here, guys. Let's start it right here. Just give us one name. And
one name, who you want. We've decided on guard and cornerback being the needs. So let's try to keep it to that. It gets muddy, as I said in the scroll. It's hard. We have 130 people in here, and if everybody votes, it just gets difficult, even for two sharp-witted fellas like Jimmy and myself.
Yo, GB, can you see if Mikey Mouse is muted on your side?
What's that?
Mikey has his second YouTube account, and he's like, can we unmute Mikey Mouse account? I said Horn got back surgery and got muted.
Oh, wait, did it? So did Nightbox shut you down? I don't see it. Let me see. I'll be honest with you, buddy.
Nightbot's a villain across the board.
Let me check it out. But everybody else, give us your votes. I'm going to check out Nightbot and see what's going on.
Sarah Fuller. I can't. Sarah Fuller, the kicker from Vandy. Davis, take the guard. You know my vote. I don't, John. I don't. Did you say it? John. Jenkins can play guard or right tackle.
Let's see here.
Tevin Jenkins, okay. I think Davis got it.
Wyatt Davis? Okay. I'll go ahead and make that pick, and then we're going to move on. But, Mikey, I'm checking for you, buddy.
We got you, man. We got you.
Thanks for letting us know. Here he comes, Wyatt Davis. We got ourselves a nice, big, beefy guard. Who went next? There goes Asai. Tevin Jenkins. Holy shit. Right there. Samuel Cosme. There they go. All right. Fryermuth. There he goes.
Jags.
So we established that offensive guard and cornerbacks were our need at that point. At this point, what makes sense to me is to go ahead and follow that up and see what's there cornerback. But let's check who slid first. I don't see. It just says that Cadoza is my number one chatter. That's all I see. Has he even been in here? Let me see. Yeah, I don't see it. Yeah, I'm pretty loose. I have all my creative stream. No, I don't have anything shut down. I don't know why Nightbot. I can't control it, buddy. I'm sorry. I don't have any commands on to shut anybody down for anything. All right, so let's look at the trades. Mikey, I'm sorry, man. There's nothing here that gives me the opportunity to undo anything. So I'm sorry about that. You wait it out. Maybe it put you in a temporary timeout like it does. I didn't even initiate that tonight. So I don't know what's up with that. All right, so we have two trade offers. The Green Bay Packers want us to slide down 28 spots to 62. They'll give us 92 in next year's second. The Raiders want us to slide back, what is that, 24, 30, 34, 12 spots, or 14 spots.
14
Holy
spots.
Cow, Jimmy. 14 spots. They want to give us next year's second. That's no fun for us. If we could switch it to this year's second, maybe. But let's see what the chat says.
Let's hit it up with a yes or a no.
Yes or no, chat. What are we thinking? No trades here from Frankie. No, we need a cornerback. Let's take a look at our cornerbacks and see what we got here. Let's just make sure.
Hey, Mikey Miles, I see you. I see your test. You're back. You're back,
He's
brother.
back. All right, good. That makes me happy. I felt very helpless.
Nose habit.
So the cornerbacks, we have Melifonwu, and we'll take a look at them. Nope, no scouting report.
Just a quick note. I think you had it up early on in the stream, GB, about I think Mikey Miles was. Mikey, was that you that was saying that you turned off ad blockers so that you could help support the channels? Was that you?
That was him. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. Much appreciated. It doesn't help. It doesn't affect me, so you can skip my ads because I don't get anything yet. I have to hit 1K first, but definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, it's so cool, man, to think about it like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, you're a special breed, buddy. That's why, like, it's funny. Only this past year or so did I realize how important, like, subs and likes. Like, there are guys I was watching for years, like, and I would like their videos, but I would never sub. I don't know. And now I'm like, dude, I got to support that guy. He's fucking awesome. Like Top Billin'. You ever watch Top Billin'?
I haven't.
I've been chatting with him all week. He's so good. Top Billin' YouTube channel. So good. He's really a New York sports guy. He does everybody, but he's definitely New York. And he's so good. You guys will love him. Top Billin'. So we have Melifonwu.
Juju, just subscribe. Much love. Keep it going.
And we have Asante Samuel. We got Kelvin Joseph all there. We got Stokes. Stokes is another one. He's a really great fit, I believe.
I like Stokes' speed.
Oh, my God. Did you see that pro day thing? His recovery speed, though, on that pass. Did you see that?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it's impressive, man. He had an impressive pro day, let me tell you.
I would be okay with doubling up on corner. Like, I would be okay with Asante Samuel Jr. and Eric Stokes. Or even if you don't want to bunch them up too quickly, I also like Kerry Vincent in the back end of the draft.
Oh, I love Kerry Vincent. He was one of my little sleeper babies all offseason.
Now, if you think Eric Stokes is fast,
yeah,
Kerry Vincent's faster. Kerry Vincent ran an official 4.21.
Jesus Christmas. So, look, our cornerbacks are Melifonwu and Asante Samuel, really. That's what we're looking at. Our linebackers, some linebackers are slipping. Nick Bolton shouldn't be there. Zavin Collins shouldn't be there. Baron Browning, in my opinion, shouldn't be there. This is Jabril Cox territory. But we have some serious linebackers here. So you might want to consider that.
I like what Matt O'Leary did on his last mock on his channel.
Oh, I didn't see it yet.
He did a PFF one, and that PFF algorithm is absolute garbage, man. That for all the good they do for like player ratings and stuff, they are awful at a mock draft simulator. But I like what Matt did, because he didn't take being at 34, and they were saying Caleb Farley was still available, and all these top corners are available at 34, and he's like, they wouldn't be there. He's like, so I'm going to take who would be there, who I feel would be there at that point. So if you guys kind of take that mindset into what we're doing here, like you said, GreenBean, Zavin Collins isn't going to be there at 34. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I know it's funny. Like Case, I always want to call him KSEF. There's a guy I know, KSEF, but KSE 6104 says TDN is better. Their ranking is the best in my opinion. The problem is their draft. They don't let you do anything unless you pay them, and who wants to do that? Not me. I
don't want to pay them.
I pay enough people.
I'm already gonna. So as you guys know from my channel, I do a lot of film breakdown because that's kind of my niche. I'm already gonna be buying NFL Game Pass for $100 a year, so I don't want to pay.
Game Pass. Yeah, you know what? Game Pass is paramount, though. If you're going to break down film or look at anything really, like we all look at highlights and shit, we all do that on the quick style. But when you're evaluating somebody and you spend a few hours digging into tape, that's where you see stuff.
And you don't get copyright strike like Ryan did.
Yeah, that's great. So, all right, guys, give us your guy. Do we want the cornerback, or do you want to break from cornerback? Give us your player right now. Let's not try to get too widespread. Cornerback was a need that we established. We still can go offensive line if we want to really build the wall, but that's what we're looking at. Cornerbacks, linemen, maybe linebacker.
Creed Humphrey already gone?
I don't think so. Let me see. The centers were going later in this.
Right. I agree with you guys for cornerback. I'm just curious about Creed Humphrey. Okay, so Creed, top offensive guy available.
Yep.
But
all
we have
3
41.
top centers are there. We have 41.
So maybe he falls. I like Samuel Jr., Asante Samuel Jr. at 34. That's my vote.
Yeah, they didn't finish their scouting reports. None of the cornerbacks have scouting reports this deep. So what's the chat saying? What do we got, guys? Let's move past 34. Melifonwu, I see a Samuel. I see a few Melifonwus, actually.
Samuel, don't screw around. Totally agree, Matthias.
Samuel. I'm seeing, like, Samuel Melifano.
Samuel's recovery. He's not going to be an outside lockdown corner. He's a nickel corner, but in a zone scheme that the 4-3 is going to bring, and the 4-2-5, he's going to be really good. Really good. It's a good scheme fit.
Yeah, but look, Jetsfan 4, he has a good point. He said, you guys think CeeDee Lamb was going to make it to 21? It happens. It does happen. But what we're trying to do here is we're trying to engage in an exercise where we're paying attention to the full board. So it's not like necessarily a lot of these guys are going to be here or get picked in real life. What we're trying to do is if this were to be real life, this is our bubble. This is our world. So we're trying to pay attention to the board and how it's going, and then even which teams are next, so we could see who's going to grab who and all that, to try to assess to the best of our ability what player to pick. That's what we're trying to do. It's a good point, Jets fan 4, and you're not wrong. But in this particular world, we want to try to pay attention to what's before us so we can make decisions.
Jet Life, I love Stokes as well, but he's the 6th best cornerback remaining right now. So we have he'll probably be there even beyond our next pick.
Right.
40.
So if Stokes was our guy, if we collectively said Stokes is our guy, we wouldn't take a cornerback here. We'd take somebody else. Right. And because Stokes is going to be there as far as this board is concerned.
Even reaching at 41, I would be okay reaching at 41 for Stokes at rank 70. But at this, I wouldn't take a corner here at 34, then 41.
All right. Well, I'm seeing a lot of Melifonwus, but my count is that Asante Samuel has 1.
I think so. It's close.
So it is close. But we're going to go ahead and take him. All right. We got Asante Samuel. There goes Nico Collins. I told you he shouldn't be there. Went before Browning. Excuse me.
Mac Jones to the Carolina Panthers.
There he goes. They got their quarterback, and they didn't do any madness. All right, guys, we have 2 trade offers.
Gave him the wrong card. We could have had him.
That's right. So, look, guys, we have 2 offers with the pick we shouldn't have. This was the pick we earned tonight. So let's see what we can do with it. The Rams are offering us pick 57. That's 16 slots back. They'll give us next year's 2nd for our 5th next year. It's not enough. The Seattle Seahawks would like us to go back to 56. Same offer. It's the same offer.
3 picks in this draft. What are they doing?
Well, Pete Carroll don't give a shit, man. He wants what he wants when he wants it.
He's probably retiring soon. This is the same with all the Belichick moves. Belichick's like, I'm out in a year and a half anyway.
That's right. I got to make it. I got to make. Yeah, I want to make noise now. So, all right, guys. Any interest in the trades?
No to both, says Paul Sarga. I agree. Cox, Jabril Cox, I believe, is still on the board. We are really light at linebacker. That's kind of something we've been overlooking for the last few weeks until it kind of pushed into our face. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, 2 weeks ago we made an interesting move and grabbed Nico Collins. Right around here, I think it was around 34. We grabbed Nico Collins. Maybe it was, I think it was 34. But anyway, other than that, we've kind of ignored linebacker until the 4th round. So It wouldn't be a bad idea, man, with this defense we're building. But then again, we got some weapons, but let's not forget, we need a tight end. We need a good one. And we need some more linemen.
Where's Creed Humphrey, actually? That's
on the big board?
Yeah.
He's number 48 on their big board. We're sitting here at 41.
But I think he's the number 1 O lineman, right?
He is. He's the number 1. Let's see.
I think he's
Leatherwood is a tackle, but he's rated higher than him. Creed Humphrey's the top-rated interior offensive lineman currently. Right behind him is Landon Dickerson. So we're about to see a run on centers, and then there's Trey Smith. So, and then Deontay Brown. The next batch, we're going to get hit.
I have a video coming out tomorrow with me and one of my buddies, Harrison Glazer, are gonna break down Creed Humphrey tape.
Oh, nice.
So it's gonna be. Let me just tell you, how defensive linemen get double teamed by offensive linemen. Yes. Creed Humphrey takes and blocks 2 defensive players.
Yeah, there you go.
On the regular. Real talk. I've watched a ton of tape on Creed Humphrey. Guys, if he's there, he's the number one interior offensive lineman right now. You take him. You take him for sure at 41.
So I'm seeing a lot of Creeds.
Yeah, I agree. Creed Humphrey.
And that's the thing. Like, here's the thing. Even though these might be slight reaches right now, the way we have to look at this, our next pick is not for a little while. So look, we have pick 66. More than likely, Creed Humphrey, Landon Dickerson, Trey Smith, Deontay Brown, they're more than likely going to be gone. So if we want one of these upper echelon centers or guards, now is more than likely the time. Some may slip, but you can't count on that.
I totally agree, and I think Creed Humphrey's the play. And I promise, guys, just check out my video tomorrow. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be tomorrow evening, but you'll see what I'm talking about. So Creed Humphrey at 41 is a steal. And as far as I see Seth Williams, Jets fan 400% agree with Seth Williams a little later. 1,000%.
Yeah, it's Creed almost 100%. Even Jet Life 45 threw me a curveball. He said Humphrey. I was like, who's that? Oh yeah, Creed. It took me a split second. All right, so
Creed Humphrey, baby. Let's get
it. Creed Humphrey. Okay, we're building the wall. I like it. Okay, good job, guys. Creed Humphrey.
Dude,
there goes Trey Smith.
It looks so beautiful seeing his name next to the Jets logo on that draft board, man.
Yeah, there goes Jabril Cox. Yeah, Deontay Brown. See, all of them are gone. Landon Dickerson, they're all gone.
And this is where you see those
Josh Myers.
I was in there. I think Gary in the chat. When I jumped in here early on, was saying hey to everybody, and I was like, I'm never the first one in here. I can't beat you guys. I'm like, you guys are the real MVPs. I can never get in here first. And Gary says, well, that's because you're over in Jetsfan 24/7 going to town against other people. And we were
you were on fire today, man.
We were arguing about I was arguing with somebody about Penei Sewell at 2. And I'm like, he's a left tackle. And the guy's trying to tell me, he's like, he's a guard. I'm like, he's not a fucking guard, man. What are you talking about? I'm like, you don't do this. It was going back and forth, but this is where you see the interior offensive lineman going. This is where I was leading into that. This is where they have their value, and that's why teams draft them here, is because they had that particular value. You don't take a guard number 2 overall, even if they're the best that's ever played the game, because the position doesn't hold that value. Not the player, the position. So that's what I was trying to convey.
Right. Like you look at even Quentin Nelson, right? The Colts got arguably or potentially one of the best guards of this era. And they traded back from 3 to 6 and then grabbed them. They earned 3 second-round picks and then grabbed them. And that's the way you do it. Like you said, like a guard at 2 is silliness. You just don't do that.
Right.
That's quarterback, edge rusher. That's what even tackles. Like that's realm. If you're up at that point and guards your number 1 need, you float back a little bit. You're going to get them.
Yep.
Totally
agree. And I also agree with this trade. Take that extra pick at 147, 100%.
All right, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at it. So, guys, we have 2 trade offers, and I'll show you guys some boards in a second after we look at this trade or these 2 trade offers. So the Texans like us to slide back 1 pick and give us a free pick, 147. That's always nice, unless you had somebody you just didn't want to lose. And the Patriots would like us to slide back to 88. That's 22 picks, and they'll give us 109, which is obviously a few picks before 147. So we could take the free pick. I think it's a no-brainer, and I think we'll just continue with our mindset of screw the Patriots. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck them.
Mikey Mouse, if Creed is the real deal, we don't need to take another earlier in the draft. We can grab another position. Would you trade up to grab a more premium player if we were guaranteed Creed? Would I trade up to grab a more premium player if I was guaranteed Creed? I must not be comprehending that question.
Where is it? Let me see. Mikey Mouse. Okay. If Creed is the real deal, we don't need to take one earlier in the draft and can grab another position. Would you trade up to grab a more premium player if you were guaranteed Creed?
Mikey, are you talking about like taking another guard earlier?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But let me say this while we're trying to comprehend Mikey Mouse' convoluted, interesting word choice.
I want to answer. But we'll
I would like to say now is the time. If you haven't clicked the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Super chats are also open. No pressure.
Much love, guys.
But yeah, just give me a like if you could. I can't see. I don't know how many likes we have. I don't see it on my studio, and I closed down YouTube so I can have a better bandwidth. As you guys know, I'm in the South Carolina mountains, right on the Georgia border. Yeah. So I can't guarantee internet, which is why I'm in and out. And I leave in 2 days. I'm heading over to Myrtle Beach. Maybe I'll get better service over there.
Jealous, man.
So I'll show you guys. So we're going to take
sometime soon.
We'll take this Texas trade, the Texans trade.
Definitely. Okay. So Mikey Mouse says we can either grab another position earlier or trade 23 and 34 to move up in the draft. I think what you're talking about is taking not taking another guard if we're guaranteed Creed Humphrey. To answer, I'm going to answer it based on that, Mikey. I still take Wyatt Davis and I still take Creed Humphrey. Literally, and you guys, I promise you, man, I'm hyping this video up because it's that important. Creed Humphrey is Nick Mangold 2.0. I promise you. I promise you.
Wow. Yeah. So Gitmo Bob, I don't have to hear the banjos. I brought one. I brought one with me, buddy.
I miss the East Coast, dude. I got to get back out there.
Yeah, it's okay. You'll get here. I know I'm setting up meetups up in the East Coast. I think we're going to do, I'm trying to work on Luna Park in Coney Island to get us a bunch of cyclone rides and see if we could do that. And I'm working on a meetup at the Jersey Shore as well. I'll be confirming tomorrow to see if that works. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys can come out and we'll shoot the shit in person with masks and all that.
All right, Mikey, thank you. I hoped I was answering that correctly. But yeah, I still take, even if I'm guaranteed Creed Humphrey, I still take another guard because our guards are not long for this team. The current ones, they're stopgaps right now. So we need to build that pipeline.
So the Texans traded up for Terrace Marshall. Let's take a second and establish our needs. So I'm going to put that off the screen for a minute. Let's take a look at what we did. So number one, we got 2 wide receivers in free agency. We got an edge rusher in free agency. We got a backup guard in free agency. We got a potentially starting linebacker in free agency. And we also got a blocking tight end and a special teams guy. Defensive back depth and special teams. So in this draft, we got our quarterback for next year. Looks like we'll keep Sam for a minute and let him take the lumps. He's already doing a good job at that. Let him stay out there. We got Wyatt Davis, Asante Samuel, cornerback, and a center, Creed Humphrey. So we did a good job at building the stud wall.
Yep.
And we got a cornerback. So what positions do we think we want to address? We still should be getting one. If we're going to get a wide receiver, maybe a gadget guy, somebody a little quicker in and out of his breaks, somebody for the linebacker position. Don't forget safety. I know we got Jacoby, and I didn't mention him, but we did get a safety. They're talking about him being a starter at free safety. What's his name again? I want to say Josh Myers, and that's
LaMarcus Joyner.
LaMarcus Joyner. Hey, buddy, you going to bed?
Yeah, man.
Good night.
Good night.
So, so safety, I still think we should probably bring one in. So for the offense, we should grab a running back at some point, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think so.
What about there's still rumors about Tevin Coleman, though. So, I mean, obviously
Coleman's
for the purposes
toast.
of this draft.
Yeah, I don't know. Tevin Cole, does he get you excited?
I think we should have taken him over Le'Veon Bell.
Maybe then. Yeah, sure. But see, here's the thing. I happen to like our stable of running backs. I don't find it to be urgent. I really don't.
Me neither at all.
Dude, Josh Adams is 6'2", 210 pounds or 5 pounds, whatever he is. He's a beast. The guy, LaMichael Pirine, don't forget about him, man. He had a rough year, but don't forget, we gave him no chance to be able to catch fire and actually develop some sort of rhythm. We didn't do that at all with these guys.
Because Gase's playbook was a Denny's menu with a picture of Frank Gore on it.
Yeah, that's right.
I think, and remember, like Josh Adams, like that's like the really under the radar re-signing that everybody's missing out on. Remember in 2017 or 2018, I'm sorry, Josh Adams was Philadelphia's leading rusher.
That's right.
So, like, he's not a bad running back, and we're going into a system, a Shanahan / LaFleur system that you can put the grocery guy at Walmart in a running back uniform, and he'll get 800 yards. Like, we're good. I promise you. I just don't hold the value that a lot of people are.
Yeah,
it's great to have like a Najee or an ETN or even a Trey Sermon or whatever. Like, I get that, but we're good. We're set.
Yeah, well, I agree, but that's why I think grabbing somebody in the later rounds would be good, as opposed to paying somebody $4 or $5 million a year.
Sure,
I think you can get just the same production, especially with what's left. What do you want to get? A broken down Gurley or a old and tired Tevin Coleman hoping for one last payday? I don't see it. I would rather get a young legs in there like Patterson or Chubba Hubbard, somebody like that, and just add them to the stable, man.
If we were going to go running back in free agency, I really wanted Jamal Williams from Green Bay. Other than that, I'm good.
Yeah, he would have been nice.
Yeah.
But still, All right, so our linebackers, let's take a look. The linebackers that are up there are Pete Werner, Dylan Moses is still there, Chaz Surratt, Tony Fields, Monty Rice, my boy Charles Snowden is still there later.
Snowden too.
Now let's take a look at the edge rushers. Ain't nothing wrong with adding an edge rusher to the other side. Okay. We got Rashad Weaver. Patrick Jones is still sitting there alongside of Quincy Roche. Yeah, we know who you are. So, and I like Patrick Jones he's in my top 3 of the edge rushers in the whole draft. So don't forget this position too. I want to remind everybody of the importance of the tight end position in this particular offense. Chris Herndon, while everybody's all in love with him and shit, I want to remind everybody the guy has done one tick above nothing in his whole entire career. Now, we have excuses, we have reasons and all that stuff, but do you want to depend on him? This happens to be a deep tight end class. These guys are good. So guys like Brevin Jordan, Hunter Long, Kenny Yeboah, even Nick Eubanks later, like I keep talking about every week, these are studs, and they're going to come in and be able to do some good things for us. So what do we think? We want to get a middle linebacker. They're good ones still here. You want to get a tight end, they're a good one. So what does the board say? What is our need? Linebacker, edge, tight end, wide receiver. Let's take a look at the wide receivers, see who's around. Amari Rogers is still there. He fits the bill. Nico Collins
still down there.
Tutu Atwell.
I like Seth with the current stable we have right now.
He's kind of redundant though, isn't he?
Eventually,
I love him.
For immediately, yes. Redundancy, yes. But I'm not saying that he would be like, because remember, Seth Williams is going to be like probably 5th round in that area,
right?
And I think that's a great place to get him in terms of like maybe practice squad for the first half of the season, have him ready to go in case some injuries happen, and then put him up in the rotation if something happens. But having that pipeline for a Crowder replacement, maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, look, as you know, Seth Williams, I believe, is this year's Terry McLaurin. I think he's going to slide, and teams are going to be delighted. He's a stud receiver, strong as hell, catches with his hands. He's just a relentless blocker. Everything about him, I love him. I love him to death. All right, so what are we going? We got Stokes is still there, right? Is he? We could double up at cornerback, whatever you guys want. So let's do this. What's the position? Big Green's a man after my own heart. He's going tight end. That's me. I'd like to go tight end.
I like Patrick Jones here. I gotta run to the restroom. It'll take me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. But keep going.
That's right. So look, Gitmo Bob is making fun of me a little bit here, but I want you to know that I believe this. Of course, we're not going to have no injuries, but what Joe Douglas just did, guys, is such a big deal. Nobody's talking about it. It's the biggest deal. It's much bigger than any one particular free agent signing. He just completely revamped our entire medical department. So the fact that we've had so many injuries, number one, over the last 2 years, we've had more IR than anybody else. So keeping these guys on the field is of paramount importance, and we're working on that. Joe Douglas stared at us for 2 years and said, this can't fly. And clearly he's been working on this one for a while. So Jet Life says he'd be stoked. Let's do this. Pick your position. No players, just position. I'm starting right here with George Saffer. He says linebacker. I see tight end, cornerback, tight end, cornerback. Give me your position, my friends. It's just tobacco, Wahidi. It's just tobacco. It's bullshit. That's all. Virginia tobacco. Matt, you don't think of a guy named Kittle.
Okay, sorry.
Think about Kittle. Kittle's the focal point of that offense. All right, I'm seeing some edge. People saying fullback. They don't have it broken down like that. There's no fullbacks in this draft. There might be two. That's right. And that's the thing too, Big Green. With a tight end that can catch and block, he's out there as a pass catcher, but guess what else he can do? Level the tackle. Or the defensive end, support the tackle. Just pop him. So I love a good tight end, man. Wesco's going to play fullback, I think. I think they're going to try him at that. And he's going to do it. Don't forget, the head coach of West Virginia, when asked who his best player was, he said Trevon Wesco. So that says something, man. The best player on my team is that guy right there. All right. Place kicker. All right. So I see tight end and edge. That's what it looks like is winning.
I think tight end.
Pass rusher.
Tight end edging out the edge.
That's what I see. Then go defensive end. Right.
Okay.
That's what he's saying. All right. Harry Carson, Lawrence Taylor. What were they? What position were they, Terry? I don't remember. I don't remember, man. Lawrence Taylor, who's that? I don't remember. All right.
Go for a guy like Patrick Jones.
Oh, sorry.
I totally agree. But I'll go with the chat. Chat's rules.
All right. So who do you think? Who's got it? It looks like edge to me. That's what it looks like.
Does it really? I thought tight end might have won.
You got it? Well, I don't know if people are voting like 10 fucking times. I can't see all the names. These guys are nuts. They don't listen to us. They're like, screw you guys. Who are you? Tell me what to do.
Where I want to comment.
I'll vote. Right. I'll vote as many times as I want. Screw you, green bean. All right. I'm going to show you guys the big board one last time. It's looking like edge, so get your votes in. There's the edges.
Tight end.
Yeah. Liam Mike Berg, Javonte Williams, Elijah Moore.
147 versus 2. Yeah, facts, Richie. Facts.
Tight end, 146. Yeah. Exactly. That's what it's like sometimes, Richie. It is. Sometimes like we're adding them up and then we go back and look and it's one dude. Just boom, 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 boom. Right. We thought they were all playing by the rules.
Matthias says edge again.
Yeah, I know. Matt's on fire. You don't know, man. That guy, he gets fiery.
Let's get it.
Matt gets fiery.
Right, decision, Green Bean. It's your show. Right. I think it's really close between edge and tight end, but
yeah, I think it's tight end. That's what I think. The last few came in tight end. So the tight end we're going to take.
All right.
We are decided on tight end. We have Brevin Jordan, Hunter Long, and Kenny Yeboah. I think the one that we're going to take is at the top. That's what makes sense at this point. So we're going to get Brevin Jordan. You're going to love him. Everybody needs to take a look at Brevin Jordan tonight. He's coming on board. There he goes. So we got our tight ends. Now let's watch the edge rushers, see if Patrick Jones, he didn't. He's right there. So goodbye, Patrick Jones.
No,
there he goes.
did he really?
Yeah. The Panthers again, those bastards.
Thanks a lot, chat.
Linebackers are flying off the board. All right, guys, we're getting 2 trade offers. Seattle's dying to trade. They want us to slide back too far and give us too little. That's what their trade is.
I think that with the amount of draft picks they have left, they should probably throw in a full-on Subway catered dinner for everybody.
Well, look at this. Let's see what they got left. Look, all they have is 129 and 250, and they want to give it away. They're like, come on, I want 86. So we're going to cancel that. So our trades are Seattle wants us to go to 129, and 129 they'll give us next year's third. The Texans want us to go back to 158. They'll give us a third and a fifth next year if we throw in a seventh. I don't know. I think it's probably more fun for us just to stay right here
I think
at 86.
So too. Yep.
All right, let's look at the big board, and then we'll take a look at – Eric Stokes is still sitting there. He's the number 1 player on the board, guys.
I'll double up a corner for Eric Stokes.
Let's take a look at our edge rushers. Quincy Roche is there. Demukaji's there. Shaka Tony, wave down. He slid, man. He was up top when we first started this.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Turner. So the edge rushers, Quincy Roche is kind of the only named guy left. Doesn't mean he's the best guy left. But the big board says Eric Stokes. If we don't take an edge rusher here, we'll be getting secondary guys, but that's okay because we already addressed it in free agency, and that's what that's for.
And Kerry Vincent's
you flexibility.
Down there too, still, right?
Let me make sure. I believe
Corner.
so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is if Eric Stokes is still there.
Yeah, he is. He's 179, which is just It's a travesty.
It is.
You know why? Because he's a nickel.
Yeah, LSU is the old slang terminology is LSU is DBU, defensive back university. They just flood the NFL from LSU with defensive backs. Quality.
Yeah. Stokes is crushing it. Everybody but Big Green so far is voting for Stokes.
Yeah, I think so too. I like Stokes. Double up at corner.
Blunted Vegas. Which Smith are you talking about here? Let me see. Who's he talking about? Smith. Which Smith you think he's talking about? Deontay Smith?
Common name.
Let me make sure here.
Smith.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Couldn't be.
And then we got to get some. Look, we got Brevin Jordan, right? Let me just make sure we got a nice line building. And then we got Brevin Jordan. He's a nice pass catching tight end with some blocking ability. But at some point, I think we should probably add to our offense too.
Oh yeah.
So we'll grab Eric Stokes. I'm not going to deny the chat. Okay. So we'll grab Eric Stokes here. There he comes. We're doing great.
Number 1 on the big board.
Let's start thinking. So, but the fact that we doubled up, now we do have some needs now. There goes Ben Cleveland. Quincy Roche is gone. We have a trade. We're at pick 101, guys. So like I was saying, we have some needs. Linebackers a need, but we also we should still really get a twitchy wide receiver.
Yeah.
Without question. And we do need a safety, a linebacker, an edge rusher.
I like Nico Collins.
Yeah, I like Nico Collins a whole bunch. So, all right, we have 2 trade offers. Green Bay wants us to go down 34 picks. They'll give us next year's 4th to do so. The Ravens want us to go back 3 picks, and they'll give us 184. Is there somebody – let's look at the big board and see who they're – because that's a free pick almost, unless we love somebody here. We got Jamin Davis up top, Nico Collins.
I think Amari Rodgers is
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. Let's see. So we got a linebacker, Jamin Davis up top, Nico Collins. That's who they want, I bet. And Chaz Surratt is still there. Tutu Atwell's there. So you guys want to try to take this trade and slide down 3 spots and get a free pick? Or, they could take our guy, Nico Collins. I know that's who we want. Oh, Marco Meyer, I have no idea. I have no idea. How many David Mulgada clients do we have?
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Wait, so people are saying yes, but liberal Irishman comes in and says, don't trade. Take Collins. Take the guy you want. So we could take a chance here. Red Dog says, not if you want Collins. Don't make the trade. So Big Green says, accept it. Friggledy says, take it. Richie McDonald says, take the trade.
3 picks. Nico Collins is number 2 on the big board. I say take Collins right here. Yeah. I say no trade.
All right. The trades have it right now. I'll give it another few seconds. Kids, there's 2 more for Collins. John Wahidi says counter. Counters tend not to work this late in the game. We're only going back 3 picks. Let's see what they got. I could try 171. If we do it, we'll do that. We'll try to counter at 171. That's about all they're going to give us.
I think take the trade.
Take the trade.
Armand says take Collins, no trade. I agree with you, Armand.
Yeah, we're going
Collins.
This is consensus, right? This is democracy.
Yeah, I think the trades have it.
All right, so let's try to counter. Let's try to counter. Nico Collins is our target. Let's see what they do. They declined it, so that's straight up. That's all they're going to give us. So we'll take it. De'Ami Brown, Andre Sisco, Jamin Davis. We get our guy.
Nice.
Unless we want to take this trade offer, which is to slide down 6 spots and move up from 186. So we slide down 6 and then move up 26. That's not worth it. All right, so we're going to take Nico Collins. That's our guy.
Sid Hart, Surratt is still available, so I think we can afford to lose. Are you talking about Sage Surratt?
No. He's talking about Chaz Surratt.
Okay.
And look at the big board. Chaz Surratt, he's down. Yeah, he's there.
He's a linebacker. If you're talking wide receiver.
No. Sage Surratt is. I can't imagine he's still there. He might be. This board's been weird. Remember last week he flew down. There he is. He's 166. Get the hell out of here. What happened to him? Did he have a surgery or something?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard
anything. All right. So we were talking about Nico Collins. It'll be Nico Collins or Chaz Surratt. Okay. So let's see who we got. We got Nico Collins or Chaz Surratt.
Let's get it.
What do we got, guys? Chaz Surratt or Nico Collins? That was blunted Vegas. That was what I mean. Could you believe that 5 picks in a row happened to be team captains? You don't think that was on purpose? There's no way that's a coinkydink. You know what I mean? All right, so it's looking like Collins is crushing it to me.
Surratt's got some supporters, but yeah, Nico Collins
definitely. But look, we're right at 107 too, so we have a batch here. Nico Collins ain't going to make it. Chaz Surratt might. All right, so there it is. The Collins have it. We're going to grab him. Got ourselves a shifty little guy here. And Chaz Surratt, the next pick. Oh, you son of a bitch! I hate when that happens. Sorry, man. All right, so who's our next linebacker? Let's see what we got here. We got to look at the edge too. Monty Rice, Charles Snowden is an edge. Charles Snowden is a will who can play edge. So he's a good guy to have. I don't know if he fits this defense, but he's one of those really versatile guys. Super strong, super long. I love him, but Monty Rice fits. So what do you guys think?
Gerard Davis is a Sam, right?
You know what? I don't know. I'm not sure. So here's the edge rushers. We got Hamilcar Rashad Jr. from Oregon State, Victor Mukherjee from Duke, Chauncey Golston, Dalen Hayes, Shaka Toney.
These algorithms are sleeping on Shaka Toney. That guy's going to be good.
Oh, yeah. He's a stud.
Down defensive end. Like, I don't know.
So All right, so we can go edge with like Rashad Demukajay, one of those guys, Dalen Hayes from Notre Dame, or we can go. Let's see. I'm sorry. Let's look at the linebackers. We got Monty Rice is a good one, or Charles Snowden. Yeah. I'd be psyched. So is Derek Barnes. He's another one I like. KJ Britt, another one, but you can get those guys later. So if you want Charles Snowden, when's our next pick?
Yeah.
146. He might make it to 140.
40s.
But if we want Monty Rice won't make it.
No.
We have quite a few picks left. We got some damage to do here.
McGrone's not bad either out of Michigan. I don't think he's a scheme fit personally. I think he's a Mike.
I didn't look into him at all yet. I don't know him.
I've done minimal research, but I think if anybody knows in the chat, can you let me know if Cameron McGrone is a Mike linebacker?
Mikey Mouse, you're funny.
Rice, baby. All right, Jack.
Donker Sloop made it. Thanks for coming by. What I missed? All right, Harry. Hey, hold on. We got to go back and tell Donker Sloop everything we did.
Okay, let's just redo the whole thing. Let's go.
All right.
Start it over, man.
And let's take a look just so we know what safeties are up there. Sean Wade's Diablo. A lot of our later round guys are there. Darius Washington is still there. Paris Ford, sadly, is way down here. So we can get him later. Jacoby Stevens. That's just so inaccurate.
Yeah.
But so who do we want? We got the edges, and we have two pretty studly linebackers sitting there.
Edge.
Or we can go with Kenny Yeboah and double up on tight end.
McGrone is a Mike. Okay, yeah, Siddharth. That's what I was thinking if I remembered right. But again, I haven't done a whole lot on some of these mid-round guys.
The running backs look like this. We got Trey Sermon, Chubba Hubbard, my favorite running back, Kylan Hill, Jared Patterson. So we have time for those guys.
Richie, I think we're set at corner. I don't think we need another corner.
No. Yeah, that would be a poor allocation of resources, as we say, especially with Bryce Hall on the roster.
Loyal New York Jets fans, GreenBean.
All right, so what do you say?
Just yelled your name.
Oh, GreenBean. Hey, what's up? Hey, man, what are you doing? There he is. Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
GreenBean.
There he is, man. So, guys, we're down to edge or linebacker. So make your selections. You got fried rice over there. We could definitely get a running back in a little while. There's quite a few good ones sitting there. We're about to have a nice batch of picks. So look, we got 107. That's where we are. We got 146, 147, 154, all coming.
Holy!
We can get a lot done right there.
Yes, sir.
So this is our last pick for this batch. And then we got 84, 86. So, all right. What are we talking about? We got edge or linebacker.
I like Snowden, to be honest. Like, I agree with Richie.
Yeah, I'm a Snowden fan.
I'll reach a few spots for Snowden right here.
You guys want Snowden?
Right. Chat's right. You got to build that linebacker depth.
Robbie Oak, love trading back. Me too, buddy. You know I do.
That's
I did that.
My favorite video. That's still.
Isn't it fun? It's so fun. If you guys haven't seen it, I made a video where I accepted every single trade back.
Every last one.
Yeah, if there was more than one, I took the one that was closest to our pick. So if we were at pick 20, 23 and they were 34 and 44, I always took 34. So, but I got like 25 players and then like 30 players for next year. It was insane.
Snowden's a will, right? You've done more research than I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Snowden coming off a weak side, 100%. Like that's a great pickup. And
he rushes the quarterback often.
Designed, not blitz, too.
Yeah. He's such a strong, and the thing is, like, he's super strong now. Like I like to say, he's got like that basketball build, that basketball player, like really long, just really long biceps, and he's got a super long build, and even though he's so strong, he has room for muscle growth. So the guy's not maxed out, man. Yep. Good frame. I love Charles Snowden. So you guys into Snowden? I know, right?
Since chat wouldn't let me have Patrick Jones, I guess Snowden works.
Yeah.
It says, yes, Snowfy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally fine with Monty Rice, too. So, all right. So it looks like Snowden to me. I'm trying to.
I think so. Snowden.
All right.
Snowden
Here we go.
Available. John Wahidi says Snowden won't be available later on. I totally agree.
There he comes. So we got him.
Let's get it.
All right. So we're going to see what happens now. Kyle Trask finally gone. Kyler McGrone is gone. There goes Tutu Atwell. Kellen Mond, Kenny Yeboah, Seth Williams at 127.
Higher draft pick than 123.
There goes Monty Rice, everybody. Trey Sermon. Demukaji, gone. Sean Wade, gone. Dalen Hayes, gone. Paulson Adebo, 142. Wow, man.
Paulson Adebo going to Atlanta has got some big shoes to fill with like D'Angelo Hall history out there, stuff like that.
Yeah. So we got 2 picks in a row here with no trade offers, guys. So what do we want? So let's look at the big board. We got Trey Hill up top. Cam Sample, defensive tackle. Divine Diablo's coming up. Chuba Hubbard. It might be a nice time to get the running back in this little batch here. We got 146, 147, and right around the corner we have 154. So let's get our guys. Let's get a batch. Okay,
Chat,
I think a running back.
This, man. Back me up on this. Well, who's up at the top of the big board again? I just completely blanked on the name. No, Shi Smith, South Carolina, wide receiver, good pipeline kid.
Yeah,
back me up, chat. I want to hear it. Get Mo Bob. I love Shaka Tony. He's going to be right there too.
So Siddharth, if you want a safety, let's talk about who it is that you want. Matthias Simon wants
this is a free pick, so
Paris Ford.
Whoever.
Shaka Tony got some fans.
Love Shaka
Don't forget, let me show you guys what we just did. Don't forget, we just grabbed a wide receiver a couple picks ago.
Oh, we did. I forgot.
Yeah. So we got Nico Collins at 104. So we got our pass-catching tight end. We got a wide receiver. It's been a defensive-heavy draft. We built our line, but then we've really been concentrating on defense a little bit more than usual so far.
But I think that makes sense considering, like, the coaching hire. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
considering free agency. I mean, we got 2 receivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I'll bend. Okay, David Michelson. Okay, let's Chubba Hubba. Let's hit it.
Chuba Hubbard and Shaka Tony. That's who we're talking about.
Hubbard and Tony.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. So let's grab Chuba Hubbard. Here he comes. Nice pick.
We haven't been able to get him for like over a month of doing this.
We haven't gotten him. I prefer. I like Chuba Hubbard. I prefer Kylan Hill. That's my boy, man. I like him a lot. I like him a whole bunch. So, all right. So, what's our next pick? We wanted an edge rusher.
They're still voting for Chuba.
We got him, I promise. We got Chuba Hubbard. So, you want Shaka Tony? Is that who we want?
I would say, yeah.
The early voting was for Shaka Tony.
I'm down for Shaka as well. Paul Saga. We are always on the same page, my friend. I love it. Hubba Bubba Tony. Ellerson Smith, edge. Ellerson Smith.
Yeah, John Wahidi. Yeah, we know, man. I mean, thank you for that. But that's exactly what we do when we do different themes each week. If we ever do a theme where we trade Sam Darnold or we trade for Watson or anything like that, that's exactly what we do. We make the trades beforehand so it can simulate us having those picks in this draft.
We basically just hand them all of 2022 just to put it in place for this particular draft.
Right. Exactly. So all right. So it looks like Shaka Tony. Is that what we're doing? Tony. Nice,
Real
Terry
talk,
Monroe.
Paul.
I like
Real
what
talk.
you did there, Terry. All right. So okay. We'll grab Shaka Tony.
Yep. Donker Sloot has spoken. Shaka Tony. That's
There he goes. He's making his impact.
Just
There goes Sage Surratt, Cade Johnson, Chauncey Golston, Trey Hill. There he goes. All right. So,
but I think we're set though with having Creed Humphrey.
Yeah, I mean now it's a good time to start thinking pipeline tackles.
Mm-hmm.
We could really use a safety. Let's see who's there. Divine Diablo's up top. He's one of my favorite safeties in the draft. Paris Ford. Go on. Sorry.
No, I agree. Divine Diablo. Initially it was, I love the name. We got to take him because of the name. And then I actually started watching film. I started doing some deep dives into this kid. He's going to be good, man.
Oh yeah. He's a stud, dude. Virginia Tech.
Yep. Virginia Tech breeds speed.
Ooh. So Mukamu he's been listed as a safety. He's way down at 215. It's crazy. I like him. I like his game, man. So a safety. And then let's take a look at the tackles just so we could see who's floating around. I know my boy Alaric Jackson's going to be there. Landon Young, another one. Jalen Moore, Dan Moore.
Tommy Tremble still way down at the bottom there.
Tommy Tremble. No, isn't he? He's a tight end, right? Let me see.
Who? Kramer. I'm sorry.
Tommy Kramer, right? Yeah. Let me see. Tremble's gone anyway. Yeah, right. Yeah. Right. So who we want? We got 154. Our next pick is 184. So we got 30 picks. Let's make this one count. I think really the only starting position, like really outside of pipeline guys at this point, we're looking at safety.
Right? If it's a strong safety, yes. I think having Joyner and May rotating at free safety with Ashton Davis kind of spotting them,
Yeah,
that's just a question I have. I don't want to take too much away from either one of those two guys. You know what I mean? So, like, if we're talking strong safety, I'm all about it.
Yeah. Well, Divine Diablo fits the bill.
Totally.
Yeah, he's good, man. I'm glad you dug into him a little bit. I was bugging out on him about, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or so.
I loved it. What's wrong with Davis? Which Davis?
I know, Siddharth. I agree. Paris Ford at 207 is a criminal offense. That's funny.
Agreed. Yeah, totally.
So we are at pick, what is it, 154? Is that where we are? Where the hell are we? We're at 154. Our next pick is 184, and we have 2 picks left after this. So this is a big one. So Diablo looks like he has it to me.
I think so.
Okay, so here he comes. Divine Diablo. Good pick, guys. There goes Trey Hill. There goes Kylan Hill. I love him.
Jack Burke, McGoldrick, Shy Smith, though, I totally agree. But Nico Collins, greater than Shy Smith. And I think we filled that need.
There goes Carrie Vincent.
Oh,
174. That's another travesty right there.
That is also a criminal offense, yes.
Yeah.
A 4'2", 140 guy goes.
I know. And he's a good dude. He's ball hawking too, man. Yeah, he's always around the ball, not afraid to tackle. He's a good guy. So we have 2 picks left, 184 and 186. May I offer the idea of developing some pipeline guys for positions of need, such as tackle, such as interior offensive line, such as linebackers. Derek Barnes is still sitting up there. He's a good one. KJ Britt. These are good guys to have developing on your squad. And then we got, we can always get Borregales, the kicker. We could always do that.
Since Cameron Dicker's not coming out this year.
Cameron Dicker. I know, he screwed us. He really did.
That was going to be a pick for the ages. No, Sarah Fuller. No.
Alaric Jackson, bruh. I'm with you. That's one of my favorite tackles in the draft.
She reached her distance on a squib kick.
Who's that?
Sarah Fuller.
Yeah, I know. Come on with this already. I entertained it.
I know you're kidding, Siddharth. I know you're kidding. I'm just saying. Like that was. I feel. I'm not even going to get into it. Next.
Yeah. So, like I said, guys, I think at this point, getting some pipeline guys for positions of need where we tend to be deficient at times, that's the order of the day. I don't see many more starter guys. You know what I mean? We're late in the draft. You don't want to think like that.
These are our last two, 184, 186?
I'm fairly certain.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's it. 184, 186. That's what we got. So what's the chat want? We do have, let me look at the tackles.
Neither one of them is going to be, it doesn't matter if you're reaching. I like Alaric Jackson and I like Borregales. In that order.
I like them both. Yeah, I mean, even Jalen Moore, who I looked at, is good. Oh, no, not Jalen. Yeah, no, Jalen Moore, right.
Not familiar. Jalen Moore. Oh, tackle. I see.
That's right. Exactly, Siddharth. That's exactly what we're talking about. Like, look, let me tell you something. Joe Douglas went out on a limb last year, okay? And he went and he grabbed a guy who was not a starting right tackle, and he said, you're going to be my starting right tackle. When he brought him on the team liked him so much they voted him their team captain, okay? He played well last year on a terrible team. So he scouted him himself. Like, this is a Joe Douglas find. George Fant. He's going to give him time. You know what I mean? And from what I see and what I think, he's going to play even better this year. Having a tackle behind him that's not named Chuma Edoga is probably a good idea if he's not here next year or the year after. Having a swing tackle, a swing tackle that can come in 3 years and be your starter is best case scenario. Best case scenario.
You need to highlight that Terry Monroe comment. Falele and Dicker killed us. I totally agree.
They did. Bastards.
I totally agree, man.
You know, one of my really big ones was Ruckert as well, the tight end out of Ohio State. I loved him. So the best player available, he's gone back too. So is like Olave. A few guys from Ohio State went back.
Yeah, I love him.
The best player on their board is Cameron Bynum, and then they have the tackle Jalen Moore. And we could go that way. In my opinion, I'm fine with that as long as it's a tackle. If we're going to do that, I think having a tackle right now is good. Alaric Jackson's my preferred choice just because I've done enough work on him and I like him a whole bunch. I happen to like the school. I like the program too.
Robbie Oak, did the Notre Dame offensive lineman Kramer get moved up the ranking? I didn't see him go, but I love Tommy Kramer.
He's a guard, right?
Him. No, he's a tackle.
Is he really? All right, let's take a look. Oh, he's not there. Yeah,
no, I haven't seen him. I don't know if he
wasn't there last week too. I think he went back to school.
You search his name. I think you can.
I'm not Tom. Doing it, yeah.
He's like, nah, I don't care enough.
It's all weird. Isn't it Kramer?
Kraemer.
Nope, ain't nobody there.
Okay.
So, all right, guys.
He might have not declared. I don't know.
All right. So, who do we want? We want a tackle? Let me see. Let me look at the chat. What are they saying? We should go more?
Jackson. I like Alaric Jackson. Jalen Moore. I haven't done anything on him, but at this point, I just feel like I just feel like my choice is tackle, kicker. Kramer's listed as a guard. Why? He's been a tackle his college career. He might have spelled guards like rotationally, but he's been a tackle. GB, you there? I think we got Freeze Bean.
Sorry.
There we are.
Did I lose everybody? I was like talking. It went silent. And I was like talking. Well, I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I
This
was
is
talking
quiet.
too. I thought you were looking something up, and I was like,
Yeah,
I want to tackle then a kicker, and I'm just reading chat and having a conversation with Matt L. Tom Kramer's listed as a guard, but he's been a tackle forever.
That's
I don't know.
funny. Sorry,
Tackle
guys.
and kicker. Tackle and kicker.
My internet went out. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We'll grab the top tackle for the board. So that's Jalen Moore. I think he's up top anyway. So we'll grab Jalen Moore out of Western Michigan, small school. But, hey, he's pipeline, so we'll do that. And then let's see. Robert Hainsey, the offensive guard from Notre Dame, went between. And we'll grab – you guys want Borregales? You want to do what Joe Douglas hasn't done and grab ourselves a kicker?
Love
Make sure the chat's okay.
Joe Douglas has a history of special teams drafts.
Or do we want to go linebacker and grab Derek Barnes? It's up to you guys. Borregales is probably the best kicker in the country. Matthias Simon says,
very much so.
Grab the kicker. I know. I was frozen bean, Terry. Frozen 4. Sorry. Looks like we lost a bunch of guys, too. I lost like 20 of you. Didn't mean it. Promise. All right, let's do it. Looks like everybody's on to the kicker.
Borregales it is, man. I think he's got like a 93% accuracy rating.
Yeah, something like that.
Like career. It's insane.
All right, there he comes. We got Jose Borregales. Let's look and see where Alaric Jackson goes, just for shits. And Derek Barnes. Did they already go? There goes Coxie, another one of the Nick Eubanks. Wow. Derek Barnes, he's finally off the board at 198 to the Chargers. There goes Paris Ford to the Bills, bastards. They didn't lose anybody in free. It's like I don't know. It bothers me. The salary cap manipulation this year pissed me off, man.
The avoidable years.
Well, they were able to push it. You know what I mean? And it's smart. I get it. It's parts woven into the fabric. They're going to have to pay the piper eventually, but they pushed this down year to where it's not going to matter so much in a couple years, and that really bothers me. It's like I wanted people to pay.
Alaric Jackson 228 to the Bears.
Oh, he feels like a Bears.
It does feel like a Bear.
Mm-hmm. There goes Des Fitzpatrick.
Bear down.
Let's see. Is Racy McMath going to go? That's the honest question here.
I love what we did a couple weeks ago when we took like the lowest ranked player.
Yeah.
In our best pick.
You know what somebody told me, Jimmy? He's actually the son of the coach for Clemson.
Swinney, that's right.
Yeah. So that's why he was on the team. Somebody texted me. They DM'd me and said, "Hey, just so you know, that's Dabo Swinney's kid." I was like, "Oh no, no wonder he's just on the team because his father's there, and we picked him anyway." Screw it.
That's hilarious because of
join us.
That's because, like I said, he's like probably just playing video games, not expecting anything. All of a sudden, Joe Douglas calling him back. Welcome to the Jets. He's like, "Wait, what?"
He's like, "Wait, what? What'd you say?" I don't want to come. I don't want to. I don't. All right, guys. So let's do a recap. Let's see how we feel. We started out with a big fat trade. We got an excellent value, and we'll see what that looks like at the end. We grabbed quarterback Trey Lance out of North Dakota State by accident, but it was being voted in anyway. So
it was a
mistake.
Yeah,
Trey was happy little mistake. We'll let Sam Darnold start this year. Trey Lance sit behind him. We got Wyatt Davis, the guard out of Ohio State, Asante Samuel Jr., the cornerback out of Florida State, Creed Humphrey, the center from Oklahoma. Just so we know, that is the top 2 interior linemen in the entire draft we pulled off tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We came around the mountain and went to the tight end from Miami, Brevin Jordan. We grabbed a super-duper cornerback from Georgia, Eric Stokes. We grabbed Nico Collins, the shifty wide receiver out of Michigan. Then we went to Virginia and grabbed Charles Snowden, linebacker. We grabbed Chubba Hubbard out of Oklahoma State, the running back. Shaka Toney, the edge rusher out of Penn State. Divine Diablo, the hard-hitting, super-catching safety out of Virginia Tech. Jalen Moore, the pipeline tackle out of Western Michigan. And the kicker, Jose Borregales out of Miami. In addition to that, guys, we earned 2 first-round picks for next year's draft. That gives us, are you ready, 4 first-round picks next year. Not too shabby, my friends. So what is your grade? What do you think we did tonight? How do you feel after this free agency class? What do you think this draft does to couple with that free agency class and give us a chance to start building a true foundation? How do you feel? Give us your letter grades.
I'm waiting to see. I'll give my answer.
Yeah, let's
Bean
leave
plus.
ours. Let's leave ours till the end. Let's see what these guys think.
Get my
A
Bob
minus.
A-. I like it. A plus. Richie.
B.
What's up? Or James. I'm sorry. It
Look
moved
at Blunted
right
Vegas. Look what he did. I like what he did there.
Plus
B
almost
plus.
beat Richie. Man.
Matt
I don't know what
Simon
you're
says
looking-
B plus. We get lots of B plus. I like what Blunted Vegas did. He made the B into a bean. Bean plus.
Richie,
I
I need to know.
appreciate that.
I need you to explain yourself, man. Tell me why that's a C. C plus.
Good point, Terry Monroe. And this is what happens.
Terry.
Like when you take a chance and you make trades like that, when you have the opportunity, like was being said, we're not at number 2 often. So there's two schools of thought. One is we're not at number 2 often. Take the quarterback. The other is we're not at number 2 often. Take as much capital as you could possibly get to build a juggernaut team. We chose the latter this time around. And look, we got 4 first-round picks going into next year's draft. In addition to the rest of the picks we have numerous 5th and 6th and all that sort of stuff. So pretty good. Lots of B's and A's. A for amazing. Donker Sloot gives us a B plus. I agree. Tony G, we need a draft like this. That's what we need.
Not getting Collins or Ford. I mean, the biggest need in the Jets is the O-line. And I think when you have the top 2 interior offensive linemen in the draft, the whole draft.
Yeah.
And
we
you get
did
them
all right there. What is he talking about? Paris Ford?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, you can't cry over Paris Ford.
Especially like a 6th-round pick.
Yeah, we got him in the 6th. Divine Diablo. He was taken in this. I think he was taken in the 7th. But
Paris,
anyway. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Also, there are good quarterbacks.
A++ if Lance worked out. Luke, I don't know if he can. He can. Okay, like Lance can. He can work out. But if you put Lance in immediately, you're going to have Sam Darnold 2.0 because he's not ready right now. It's like Sam Darnold at 20 years old was not ready, but you have the Johnsons that want to put their new flashy draft pick on the field, and you have Todd Bowles fighting for his, basically has to do whatever he's told. Otherwise, he's fired anyway. I think they just pushed Sam Darnold into it too soon.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see that with Trey Lance.
Can you guys not hear us anymore? Somebody said no sound. Is that accurate?
No sound?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Me. I hear you. So hopefully we're not alone.
Well, Luke McKay just answered me, so I think we're good.
Yeah, see, and the plan here, like with this one, don't forget, this plan that we pulled together tonight would be predicated on Sam Darnold staying with the team and starting this year. Trey Lance would sit back, and we let Sam Darnold take all the lumps with the team developing and gelling. We have a stout offensive line right now. Think about it. We got Mekhi Becton, Wyatt Davis, Conor McGregor, Connor McGovern. We have Creed or Creed Humphrey move Connor McGovern over to guard.
Yep.
We have Noah Fant, George Fant on the right. And so that's a stout offensive line. We have some pipeline guys in there. We got Cam Clark. We got, Jalen Moore. We got Chuma Edoga back there. So we got a nice offensive line. And you let Trey Lance sit there and learn under LaFleur.
LaFleur, not Darnold, LaFleur.
Not right. And not Gase, not Dowell Loggins.
Yeah.
So that's the plan. It's a better plan. It's an all-encompassing plan. So, great. I think if you love the quarterback up top, then you go quarterback, but it's interesting to see this.
I think that
thank you guys for letting us know you hear us. Thank you.
Yes. I think it's a situation where I like that Lance would be coming in with this coaching staff, with an actual coaching staff. Somebody that are coaching staffs that are just starting their contract. And this is the key to the whole thing, right? I'm not a fan of keeping Sam, but the reason being is because you bring a quarterback in that is just at the start of this actual valid coaching staff's tenure. They're able to build that. You know, they're not having to deconstruct and then reconstruct a quarterback.
Right. And that's the problem. Like, that's the downside. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy. That's the downside with keeping Sam Darnold. It's not like the kid doesn't have a chance to reclaim his career. It's that we have a brand new coaching staff. And don't forget, they're rookies. Salah's never been a head coach. LaFleur's never been an offensive coordinator. So they are rookies. It's not exactly a wise decision to make their first task to rebuild a damaged quarterback. It's just not. It's not this. Now, if they think that that's what they want to do as a collective, they say, no, this is the best course. Fine, we roll with it. But it's not smart to make them do that as their first task of a regime. You know.
Well, and it's a situation of you have to look at the risk versus reward. Okay, so I think Sam Darnold can be a really good quarterback in the NFL. I really do. I think he's a Tannehill level talent. I think he can take you guys. He can take a team to the playoffs. He might be able to make one or two deep runs into the playoffs in his career. Potentially win a Super Bowl, maybe. That's pushing it, in my opinion.
Maybe if he's got the right team around him, right?
For sure. But here's the thing, guys. If it doesn't work out, if we give Sam another year and it fails, 2022's quarterback market, gone. And everybody says, well, Sam's going to win games. Yes, exactly. He'll win games with a new roster around him. Like, he absolutely will. But aren't you guys tired of 4 wins, 5 wins, 6 wins, sub 500 seasons? Aren't you guys tired of that? Aren't you guys tired of mediocrity?
Yeah.
It's not too much to ask to want an elite quarterback. And we can't keep pushing off. We can't keep pushing off the most important position in all of sports. We can't keep procrastinating on it. We can't keep shoving it to the side.
Yeah.
Sam for the New York Jets just hasn't worked out. And he needs to go somewhere where he can sit for a year, learn from somebody. I love Sam Darnold in Atlanta. I love him in Atlanta because he can sit behind Matt Ryan, learn the position for a year or two, and then start playing. Yeah. And he can succeed that way.
I agree. So let me just do this. I actually agree with you. Now, Bob Kraut has been talking about Minshew all night, so I want to honor that. I see you, my friend.
Okay.
I see you. There's also a couple of questions I'd like to get to too.
Yeah.
Let me just see here.
I think we did good on time, man. We still got, a bunch of minutes.
Yeah. Let me see here. Wait. Oh, I lost the
cut tonight short though, GreenBean, because we have an announcement here in a little while.
Oh, that's right, and we'll get to that in just 1 minute. That's right. I forgot. I wanted to forget. So, somebody. Wait, let me see. Sam, even though I never wanted. Hold on. Let me find this because they were good. I don't know. I lost them. But one of them was Gitmo Bob. No, I think it was Robbie Oak. Or, forgive me. Somebody said, "How do you know?" Yeah, I think it was Robbie Oak. Said, "Does anybody actually know if Sam Darnold is damaged?" And the answer is yes, because we've watched him regress. We've watched him. Like, there's one play that really, I mean, there were so many, but there's one play that really epitomizes what we're talking about. And that was the play where Denzel Mims was scraping across the middle. He was literally wide open. First of all, Sam Darnold didn't see him. Okay. And he's running wide open. Sam Darnold turns and stares at him while he's wide open. He's literally staring at him for like 3 seconds, then finally throws the ball when the cornerback realized the play, ran in there and made the play on the 1 yard line. That was a that was a touchdown. And Sam Darnold stared at him tentatively afraid to throw the ball. We've watched him run out of bounds and take 8-yard sacks when he could throw the ball away. We've watched him throwing off his back foot and leaving a good pocket before it collapsed. There are numerous stills that people have put together when the pocket is perfectly formed and Sam Darnold's already running. It's not to say that he can't be rebuilt. He's 24 years old. He's young. He's got 20 years left maybe. But the fact that he's damaged can almost not be disputed. I mean, maybe it's Gase told him not to throw it. I don't know. But it's looking like and then Gitmo Bob asked, what's the difference between rebuilding Sam or building a quarterback? Because one is starting at ground level and one is starting in a hole. And that's the difference. One is you have to build up to zero. One is you're starting at zero. And that's really yeah.
And then Sam has to come up to the level, then build.
Correct.
And I think that the other aspect of Sam Darnold, I mean, everybody knows that he has trouble picking up, defensive shifts. Everybody knows he has trouble picking up coverages. He has trouble going through his progressions. If it's not his first read, then he's running already. You know what I mean? And the biggest issue that I have with Sam Darnold is the same issue that he's had since his freshman year of college that he actually played. He steps in a bucket 85% of the time that he throws the ball. He throws, his shoulders are facing this way, right? And he throws with his feet parallel to his shoulders. He uses nothing but shoulder and upper body to throw the ball. Now, what that does is it sails intermediate passes and it underthrows deep passes. But he does it all the time. And he did it while he was at USC with good coaching. So it's not just the coaching. He's had the worst coaching in the NFL. I would totally agree.
Right.
But he had good coaches. And when a coach is, there's no way a USC offensive coordinator or quarterbacks coach didn't see that. No way. There's no way they didn't see that. So what that tells me is the USC coaches were like, hey, this is what you need to change. This is what you need to fix. And he's not doing it. So I think he started to do it at USC, which is why he had his great senior year. But then I think that once he got to the NFL, he had nobody reinforcing that. Yeah. And he just reverted back.
Yeah. It's not to say that what happened to him was his fault. It's not. He never had a quarterback coach, which is why McCown was so important when he was here.
Yeah.
McCown, as the backup quarterback, acted like a quarterback coach, which is why Sam made some progress. And then in year 2, he still made some progress. But without any coaching, like think about it. There were times when Sam was getting sacked and was on the sideline alone after the offensive series, alone. And Gase was on the other side of the field sitting alone on the bench. Wouldn't even talk to the kid. Yeah. So but that's not to be applied to the new coaching staff. It's not their fault either. And that's what we're talking about. So look, I want to point out something. No, not point it out, but I want to make an announcement. I'm going to leave it to Jimmy, but we have something important to tell you guys before you all slip out. So please pay attention. This is a pretty important announcement. So Jimmy, I'll turn it over to you, buddy.
Guys, I wanted to let you know I didn't want to put this aside. I didn't want to kind of leave everybody hanging. I've just started a new job, and unfortunately the scheduling just conflicts with my Monday nights. So I'll be working. I just got a job at Amazon. So if you're in the Northwest and you're ordering something from Amazon, odds are I'm the one getting it for you. So unfortunately, as of right now, I won't be able to be back on this particular show. I don't want anybody to worry. I don't want anybody to freak out about that. I've loved doing this stuff with GreenBean and with you guys in the chat. And me and GB, we have some stuff coming soon. We'll work something out for my days off when the schedules align. But I won't be able to do the mocks every Monday night. So I see some congratulations in the chat. I do appreciate that, guys. It's something that I've needed for my family. And unfortunately right now, YouTube just doesn't pay the bills. And it's something, it's just something that I got to keep growing. But again, my channel is going to continue. Everything is going to continue. I'm on. I'll be on with GreenBean and Matt O'Leary and Ryan from Jets Talk 24/7 tomorrow. But I'll keep making content for you guys on my side. I'm going to collab with GreenBean and with everybody else as much as I possibly can. So I just wanted to thank you all, because I wouldn't be here in the position that I'm at without all of you out there. So
yeah,
I wanted to thank you.
Yeah, so we're sad to see Jimmy go, obviously, and sincerely. If you want to show your appreciation, go over to his page, Jets by Jimmy. Give him a sub. Watch some of his videos. He's good, man. As you know, he's been he's really made this a lot more fun for me, and he's helped out a great deal as well. I'm gonna miss him. So yeah, but we wish you well, buddy. And that's what it all is. We have life changes, and that's the way that it goes. So this has been a great ride. We are going to continue the Monday Night Mocks, but Jimmy won't be able to pop in. If he is, then he'll probably let me know.
I will try to be in the chat with you guys, though. So, like, I'm doing warehouse work for Amazon, so I'm allowed to have my phone on me. I'm allowed to do all that stuff. So, if I can be in the chat at the very least listening, I'm gonna try to be in there with you guys in the chat. So, I'll be definitely throwing out my opinions. So then I'll be the one in control.
Yeah. Well, Paul Saga has a good point. He says you can still live stream on Amazon HQ for the latest mock. You can still do it there. I don't know this is bullshit. You can still do it.
I'll see what I can do. I'll try to work something out. Yeah. But guys, we're only 18 away from 100. So if you want to see more of me in the meantime before I get back on with all these amazing YouTubers, then please, I'd greatly appreciate you guys getting me to 100.
Yeah, right on. If you haven't already, please go over and support Jimmy's channel. If you haven't supported this channel with a sub as well, please just click that button. It's so easy. It feels good too. I don't know if you know that, but it feels good when you click that subscribe button. It's really, I don't know if there's anything quite like it, quite frankly. So anyway, guys, we have enjoyed this. I will tell you too, I will be announcing all the details tomorrow on YouTube community as well as Instagram and Twitter. Sadly, Jimmy won't be a part of it, but we are doing a contest where 5 of you guys will get to be on the screen with us.
Good.
And be able to participate in a full round 1 mock where we each take 4 teams, and we will be responsible for the picks and trades and everything for those teams. So we're starting the contest tomorrow. I'm going to send out all the details, like I said, on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll keep you guys posted on how to qualify and get involved to that contest. And hopefully you guys will win, and it'll be a great time with you guys on the screen with us, and we'll be able to party it up. But Jimmy,
I'll be in that stream. I'll be in that stream too, man. I'll be watching you guys.
There you go. So Jimmy, thanks again for everything. Guys, thank you for being here tonight. This was a good one. I'm going to post the results tomorrow on Instagram and Twitter. But until then, again, like Jimmy's page, like this page. If you haven't subscribed to my roller coaster page, where I'm out here riding coasters with my kids, we're riding every roller coaster in the country. That's what I'm doing out here. That is Full-Time Coaster Tour on YouTube as well. Give me a sub over there. I would greatly appreciate it. With that said, everybody have a great night. Thanks for being here, and we will see you next time.
Much love, guys.
Don't forget, 4 months ago, half of this fan base was convinced that Joe Douglas wasn't going to fire Adam Gase. Why? Because the Johnsons were inept, and because of their awesome friendship, that they're blood brothers or something from a former life. Everybody was afraid of that. Let's not forget that. The report was that Joe Douglas and Adam Gase were very close, so half the fan base was afraid that Adam Gase was going to be the coach. Don't forget. Think about it. If you were one of the people writing on Twitter, writing on Jetnation, on Instagram, I just know it. Adam Gase is going to be our coach this year. Remember, don't forget how monumental of a deal it was that Joe Douglas had Adam Gase fired.